this is definitely an exclusive interview that we have for Saiyaara, the title track that has released. And I must say this that, we're playing this. It's such an emotional banger. It's got that intense feeling. And that's exactly what we would expect out of a Mohit Suri movie, right? There is this intense feeling in his story, in his music. And that's what happens in the creation of the songs as well. We've got Mohit Suri right now. We've got Tanishk Bagchi. We're expecting a couple of more guests today on this interview. How are you guys doing? Tell me, let's just start from there.
It was amazing. I think, except Tanishk, yesterday when the song broke at 11 o'clock Indian Standard Time, I thought there would be a lot of lot of zeal and fun and enthusiasm, and suddenly I was shooting for the last day of the film, and uh, except I mean Tanish was on the phone, and Faheem and Arslan landed up there to shoot,
Mm.
and the actors were there, and I thought what would be like a party that we've all like the last day of Saiyaara, we're wrapping it up and everything. Everyone just got super emotional and crying about it because there were
It was
so
just
many
kind of
firsts.
like an extension of the movie.
Yeah, I just felt like that. It was like so many firsts, right? I mean, me and Tanish, I think, were
Yeah.
playing, but for Fahim doing a film, for Arsalan doing a film, for even for Ahan and for everyone, there were so many firsts. Even my writer was is a new. I mean, not obviously Ishad Bhai. Ishad Bhai is way too senior, but I'm talking about my screenplay writer. So it was just like a really emotional experience, and I think that's what I think. Uh, I must give credit to Tanish. We started off that way alone in that room when I came and I told him this is the kind of song I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I remember I was in Dubai. I was on a holiday, and
Oh, right.
I called him from there saying I'm looking for a song like this, and that's when he made me meet this guy called Arslan and Fahim, and then he took it from there, man. I mean, I think for me, having a demand and having a want is very easy to do. But for someone to go ahead and transfer that emotion into music, notes, words, singing,
Yeah.
gives a lot of credit to Tanishk, I think, for this.
For sure. One thing that I want to ask you is that now YRF and Mohit Suri, they're two different cinematic energies I've felt, right? So ये जब collaboration की बात कर रहे थे of coming together, what was on your mind? Like, what were you thinking? Okay, I need to bring in this, and then, YRF has its own style of movies and songs. So, what were you thinking? Did you think I need to do something differently in the film, in the songs, something of that sort?
I didn't think, man. It was not think. I just felt it. For me, for being honest, I'm an 80s, 90s kid
Yeah.
who went to the theater and watched probably every Yashi film and every Adiso film
Hmm.
to feel what love stories are made. I did work in a
Hmm.
company that was known predominantly for thrillers, but I still
Yeah.
went to the Diwali release when we had a romantic story ring. And I myself, when I've directed films in the beginning, didn't know whether I was good at love stories at all. But I just realized when I was on the set, I was enjoying, even in a
Yeah.
thriller, I was enjoying that portion of the film where there was a certain emotion connected to love. And
Yeah.
it's been 20 years since I've been making films.
Yeah.
But what you come to realize is what you like, what you are not, and what you're not good at, but what you're good at. I mean, it's not what you're good at. You don't realize what you're good at, but you realize what you're not good at. But
Mhm.
what I generally enjoyed is making a love story kind of thing. And I
Mm.
remember at the time post-COVID when there was this whole where everyone was talking about going bigger and larger and massier with films. I
Mm.
was there writing a love story with two new people. I have no idea whether it'll get made or not. And that's
Yeah.
when I met Akshay Vidhani, my producer, who's a friend, and Sumanna, who I know from before, who from YRF,
Mhm.
said Adi sir is looking for something like this. I give
But I
Akshay full credit.
I also feel like films have changed a little. The way you look at love stories and romantics and all of that have changed a little bit compared to what it was like, I think, until pre pandemic, like until
No,
2019.
I
But
saw the romantics, and I saw the romantic, and I realized that it's always happened throughout time. There's always been, your mass action films have done well, but then there's always been one love story that's come out through it.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was looking to make.
Awesome. So Tanishk, I have this question for you. Okay, we've heard you reinventing classics and drop dance bangers and all of that. Now Sayyara is such a soulful track. आपका approach यहाँ पे क्या था? What was the thing that you were looking forward to do and create a difference?
So
Can I
basically,
butt in for this? Can I
yeah,
butt in for just one thing?
please.
I don't think you guys know this, but like me and Tanish worked before when he made Barish.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's done, yeah, Barish, the song from Half Girlfriend is his.
That's
He's
my
yeah,
done
yeah.
a
I
song.
love
lot
that
of
song.
romantic songs from Sher Shah and everything and stuff like that, and won awards for it. It's
Hmm.
just that some people remember him for the recreations of old songs, but
Mhm.
I know him for the guy who makes great romantic music, actually.
Yeah, yeah. So let's
That's
say
true.
And I'm a,
bringing back the
Hmm.
classic, romantic, soulful tracks, right? Because I'm a person of soul tracks as well. I love R&B. I love these kind of, you know, especially I remember you talking about the making of one of the soulful tracks as well. Every time I give them a behind the song, I would talk about this, Tanishk. Tell us
Hmm.
your approach for this one. What were you thinking about? What was on your mind?
So I'll tell you honestly, what happens is that because I do so many films, every film
Hmm.
has a concept, and it's mostly the songs that I get are dance songs and this. And whenever I think of a romantic track now,
Hmm.
I really think about Mohit sir.
Yeah.
That's the part in my life, like एक जो emptiness है ना, वो मुझे मोहित सर से आता है. That's the fact because my first romantic song was with him,
Hmm.
Barish.
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel it. Like whatever he tells me now, he briefs me. Suppose he tells me, okay, Tanish, मुझे ना ऐसा 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 है. वो जो
Huh.
ऐसा ऐसा है ना, वो actually fits in my. I'm very relatable to all that fact. कि हाँ मेरे साथ भी ऐसा
Hmm.
हुआ है. So मेरे
Hmm.
लिए प्रमोट करना बहुत easy हो जाता है कभी कभी.
Hmm.
जो
Hmm. Hmm.
कुछ भी
Hmm.
ढूंढ नहीं पाता हूँ, वो मोहित से निकालता है. And it's
Hmm.
not me. It's with all the musicians he works with. Like look at Mithun. Look at all these musicians. He takes
Hmm.
out from you and he shows you the way, and that's very easy for me to do. Even in Saiyaara, what happened is that when Arsalan and Fahim made me hear the scratch song that they had, made
Hmm.
earlier, I got the feel कि मुझे
Hmm.
पता चल गया कि इसमें ना वो बात है. And I
Hmm.
immediately क्या है, मैं उसको थोड़ा प्ले करके then I played it to sir, and sir सबको समझ में आ गया. सबको जो चीज ना सर को पहले ही समझ में आ जाता है. अगर उनको नहीं आया ना तो पहले ही वो मुंह बना के निकल जाएंगे वो. उनको समझ में आ जाए कि उनको पसंद नहीं है, बट जो चीज
Hmm.
उनको पसंद आ जाती है ना,
Huh.
आपको वो कुछ और ही होता है. मतलब वो the pure true emotions होता है. So I think Sayar is like that, and we always like thought that it's going to be big, and honestly I'll tell you the way he wanted to shoot it. उन्होंने मुझे
Hmm.
एग्जैक्ट वही बोला था कि ऐसा ऐसा, एंड ट्रस्ट मी इट मैचेस सेम. मतलब उससे भी ज्यादा. मैं
Hmm.
पहले दिन जब देखा ना, मतलब इसमें मैं पहले सर को बोला, सर मतलब आपने अलग ही कर दिया. आपने जो आपने मुझे बोला था ना उसके 200% किया है.
Yeah.
So that is what I have respect for him, and I message him also say you're a legend. You know,
I mean, I really found it interesting the fact that you said you need to make song out of एक emptiness होती है वहां से निकालना होता है. I don't know how musicians do that. Yeah, really. Like I have some great respect for you guys, especially when you have to take something out of nothing and you have to make it. And you have expectations, na? Ki Mohit Suri is on this project. Tanishk, you have a great line of songs, and then you're working with YRF, so it's just like a lot of expectations. तो कभी कभी डर भी लगता होगा ना कि I have to meet this, I have to do that.
ऑनेस्टली बताओ डर नहीं लगता है मुझे. प्रूव भी नहीं करना है कि मैं अच्छा गाना बना सकता हूँ या गाना हिट होने. मुझे ना वो इमोशन जो सर मुझे पास ऑन करते हैं ना, मुझे वो इमोशन को जस्टिफाई करना है. यू गेटिंग इट, वेदर इट्स द
Mm.
लिरिक्स, वेदर इट्स द साउंड, वेदर इट्स द एनीथिंग, एवरीथिंग इज कनेक्टेड. एंड एज अ होल आई फील द डायरेक्टर इज द मेन पर्सन फॉर मी. ही इज द
Yeah,
कैप्टन ऑफ द शिप. एंड
yeah.
वो जब सही दिशा दिखाते हैं ना, तो सब जो है ना वो एक ही तरफ निकलते हैं. तो आई थिंक दैट इज व्हाट आई सी, दैट हम लोग
Mm.
सब एक होके कुछ अच्छा चीज करें जिंदगी में.
Right. Also, Arsalan Nizami is here with us on the same interview. Hello. Please tell us, how has your experience been working with such a crazy team who is all emotions and intense and, ye jo love, drama. And it is a comeback of an OG romantic. So,
Uh, I
aap,
think hi everyone. I'm just a bit. Uh, I'll maybe fall short from the words to say like how excited, how thankful I am to
mm,
first God and to Sir and Dada for giving us this opportunity to be here. Who would have thought, like, or believed, like, a few years ago, that I would have composed a song for such a big Hindi film. Uh, Mohit sir, when we came to know about like doing a song for Mohit sir, I've been always it's been inspiring. Somewhere I've grown up watching Mohit sir's movie, so it has always been inspiring me in many ways that maybe I won't be able to explain it in emotions or feelings, you know.
Yeah.
So I never thought it to be here on this platform. And then doing this song, I still remember when we composed a bit of it together, Fahim and I. We were really excited for the song. We never thought कि ये कहाँ जाएगा ये गाना. ये किसी को पता नहीं होता है कि उसकी मंजिल कहाँ पर है उस गाने की. तो हमें भी नहीं पता था. It was just like कि गाना है जो हमारे दिल के करीब है. और आई थिंक वो रियल इमोशन जो थे गाने के लिए, उसी के थ्रू वो यहाँ पहुंचा है जहाँ पे आज है.
और मुझे लग रहा है कि इसमें जो वोकल्स भी है ना, इट्स लाइक हॉन्टिंगली ब्यूटीफुल, मुझे ऐसा लगा
जी.
जब मैंने सुना। मुझे ये जानना है कि ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज, हाउ डज दिस लैंड इन योर लैप, लाइक हाउ डज दिस हैपन,
The
हाउ डज
credit,
द हैपन, हाउ
like,
डज
I think uh, I will definitely give a big credits to Dada. So just believing in us. I still remember coming to him, Fahim and I both, to Dada, and then he's always been there for us with our compositions or with anything in our life. He has been our teacher. We met Dada 3 years back, and since then our journey has started. And I still remember Dada saying us, "You guys are on the right direction. Just know your heart, your pure intentions. Do the music the way you're doing it." So I think इसमें एक important role ये भी play करता है from the place we come, Kashmir. So वो एक बहुत important role play करता है. I would definitely give all the credits to the place I come from, the people and my family. So
या एंड आई एम श्योर फहीम, आप बहुत ही चुपचाप वहां पे बैठे हुए हैं। आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू आल्सो। बताना कि when you heard the final mix of this song, which is kind of a dream come true, right? YRF की
Right.
फिल्म है, गाना चल रहा है. What was your gut reaction? आपको कैसा लगा?
Um, well, I think it all comes down to the day when you have to get to listen to the final mix, and I
हाँ.
was very confident about it because I knew Dada and Sir Mohit Sir and Tanishk Bagchi, both of them, they were doing their best to get the mix together, and I mean, I spoke to somebody and they said that Sir is already on it. So I was waiting for the mix to come to me, and when it did, I absolutely loved it. I mean, there was nothing to it that was so beautiful sounding because all my life I've listened to Mohit Suri film songs, and now I'm in one of those. So it was a surreal moment, and I kept listening to the song all night, to be honest, in the studio on the monitors, because I wanted the whole frequency to just get to me so well, and yeah, I absolutely loved that process.
Now, can I tell you something? From reels to radio to everywhere, we're playing Saiyaara non-stop. लेकिन एक अगर message होता to tell people you'd want fans to take away from the lyrics, from the music, from the making, what would that be?
I would only say that, just like for me as an audience, like now I'm on the side of the creators, but
हाँ.
I have for most of my life been on the side of the audiences, the person who consumes
Right.
music like this. So, being that guy, I would say just like I did, feel it and try to see it in a way that uh, there are feelings that are universal. I think it has universal feelings in it too, and it will provide catharsis to anybody who's feeling the way that the song is ending. Anybody in love, anybody who's longing, and all of that. I think they should listen to it like as if their story is being told.
Yeah. So, Mohit, can I officially declare that OG romantic films and intense love stories are back?
I don't think they ever went anywhere. I think we just
No,
gave them
no,
less importance for
we
some
needed
time.
your
Yeah, we
film.
did.
We needed your
I
film
think
to come back
yes,
with something like that.
yeah, I mean, I think, especially in a time when people are connecting not by physically meeting or even like over the phone and Facebook and social media, the need for a connection of hearts is far more relevant, I think. I think no matter what happens, you to get feel those the heartbreak, to feel the
Mm.
butterflies in your stomach, to feel that excitement to go meet somebody, the waiting
Yeah.
for somebody, longing for someone, the wishing more for better for the other person than yourself. That's what love is all about. And I think that will classically never go.
Mm.
We can hide it in forms. We can hide it and say that we don't. The Gen Z doesn't feel it. This one doesn't feel it. That used to
Mm.
happen earlier. That's rubbish. We
Don't they have, yeah,
yeah,
don't they call pookies and that's the word they're going for.
Lord. Yeah, and we all yeah, but no, they all fall in love. They all have heartbreak. That's how we are built, and
Okay.
that's how ask Tanishk. He's always heartbreaking.
Hey.
Heartbreak.
You mean like work, music, or
Yeah, it's always heartbreaking. But that's
okay.
no, I think they were never gone. I just think we rediscovered them.
But tell me, now that we're talking about Gen Z, right? What is the most Gen Z thing that you have probably come across during the shoot? Or, of course, we have Gen Z actors now. Can we call them Gen Z actors? Han?
Kind of. So I think
Yeah.
it is any. Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
but
think
what is that one thing that you thought, oh, now I need to like cater to this audience, and probably there's one thing that I can change about it. Is there something like that? Was there something that you wanted
yeah,
to?
I don't. The thing is, yeah, I think that you leave it that my cameraman is a good 60 plus guy,
Mm.
and he's the youngest guy on the set. I think he connected the most with Aneet,
Yeah.
I think, Mixer.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, I think a film unit is not that place. A film unit is not a place where I think everyone becomes the same age group. And
Mm.
that's how a film is made because it's
Mm.
just a group of really passionate people who are completely messed up and are working on something very, very focusedly. You can't
Yeah.
be, you can't be normal to be working the hours that we do and
Yeah.
bearing our hearts out.
Yeah.
Uh, like even including the musicians. I mean, they're a part of the crew. I
Mm.
think Faheem and all came yesterday, I think, to celebrate to the set, as I mentioned.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
12 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, everyone was crying. That was not a celebration. This is how we celebrate. Because when the song came out on
Yeah.
officially. So I think what you do is Gen Z can be a language, but classically, we were all connecting on the script that we really liked and we believed in.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be young or old to understand the script, I think.
I think everybody here on the call is like very high on emotions. For them, it's just like, okay, you know what? We put our heart and soul into this. It's such an opportunity. It's such a great collaboration. I can see that. I can feel the energy, right? So I just like to say, we here with you. We're playing the songs. We love it. And there's full support. Congratulations to the entire team of Saiyaara. So before we leave, I would like Mr. Mohit to say a few words and tell people how and why this is so important. And what would you want your fans to take away from this?
Well, I think, as we said, this is a story that I've been living with, including with the music and everything, for 5 years. And I found someone who was as passionate and uh, believed in me as much to make the story, which was the entire YRF. My producer Akshay Vidani, especially, who backed this project and took it to Adi sir, Sumanna Ghosh, and they were just how this film is organically made itself. So the what that I think it was meant to be like with didn't know Fahim, I didn't know Arslan before this film started, and I think the song found the film.
Yeah.
I got the title of this film through their song,
Mm.
um, and and it's the theme song of the film. So I think the film makes itself. It has, as we say, kundli of its own. It has its
Finds a
own.
spot somewhere in
Yeah, yeah. It finds its own Saiyaara somewhere, I think.
it.
So I think we all just came together with this. I'd worked with Tanish before, but not with these two. My writer is the first time writer. My actors, I met Ahan, although he lives. I had no idea who he is, and he's a spectacular talent. So is you know, they're all really good actors.
Yeah.
So we all found this film, and I don't think by the end of it, this film is no longer mine; it's everybody else's.
We've
Every
loved
lover.
this, and I'm so happy this is happening finally.